Okay, we're going to start by letting you know that the Colla Boost alone is basically, once you pay shipping, the price of the whole kit. I mean, truly, if you ordered your Colla Boost, it's $58. You would pay at least $5, $6 in shipping. So you would be at more than the price of the Today's Special for the single item. That means that you are getting at HSN prices, double the size of the Fountain of Youth, double the size of the Pignogenal, and here at HSN we would do these for almost $60. So it's basically like $60 worth of product there for free. And then a let's see, I'll give you the exact price, $52.91 Telomere Technology Night Cream, basically for free. I love it when I can get nearly a $53 product for free and nearly $60 worth of product for free. And then, of course, your Colla Boost is included. This is under $20 to get it home. But more importantly, even than the fact that here, this would be $170 worth of value. If you were ordering for Linda, it would be over $400 worth of value. And again, the fact that you're getting it for the price of one cream, it's about the technology and not only the ingredients, but the level of ingredients to give you those results that you really, really want. And where should we start, my friend?
Well, why don't we start right with the Pignogenal, and we'll work right down.
Okay.
Because this is a kit that is really a game changer. If you're worried about the look of aging and you want to have the most advanced technology, because this is the only face you'll ever have, we get new clothes, we get new jewelry, you can't get a new face. And so you want to give your face what it really needs to look younger longer. So Pignogenal is the single most powerful antioxidant on the market. Free radicals are a major cause of aging, and they rob our skin of its youth. I mean, think of the invader coming into your house. You would want a very strong force to come in and calm that and take that invader from your home. That's what Pignogenal is all about. Look at the green.
Compare it to the other
ones. Look at that.
ones.
It is 98% effective in fighting free radical damage. Look at vitamin C. That only fights it in the water phase and is only active in your skin for a short period of time. Look at alpha-lipoic acid. Vitamin E only fights free radicals in the oil phase. Grapeseed extract is only 0.19% compared to 98%.
Wow.
I mean, idebenone or edebenone is 95% effective. When I tell you Pignogenal is the single, it's a patented ingredient from the maritime pine, 98% effective in fighting free radical damage. It's in a hyaluronic acid base, and you also have an ingredient called NIAD. It's a beta-136 glucan coming from the cellular wall of baker's yeast, and it costs more than any ingredient I have ever found on the market, costing $93,000 a kilo. $93,000 a kilo. I went on the board and worked with the doctors at Scripps because I wanted that ingredient so badly to put into our products so that you would all, we would benefit and you would all benefit. Then we go to the Fountain of Youth. If you've got expression lines, this is a must-have. If you are looking at fine lines and wrinkles, it's a must-have. We start losing collagen at 25. You lose 1.5% at 25 on. And after 60, you no longer manufacture collagen at all. This is why your skin gets saggy, baggy, you get lines, you wrinkles. Look at those expression lines, and look at the after.
Yes. And again, you can count those expression lines, and then in 1 month of use. Okay, now come on. Look at the number 11 lines between her eyes. Look at, you can see, if you look down at her chin, look at the lines that are going up the side of her face. Look at that nose to mouth line, and then 3 months later, amazing.
And she's in her 70s. So, yes, do these products work? You're getting 40% peptides. I challenge you to go out in the marketplace and find any product on the market with 40% peptides under $100. You won't find it. And you're getting, and this is a double size. Look at these befores and afters.
You see that? I mean, look at that. The crisscross kind of roadmap wrinkles that you see there, and the dramatic difference 2 weeks later.
Now, this is my eye taken immediately before and after. I'm smiling. I have wrinkles in motion. I have rather deep wrinkles in motion. I don't have wrinkles at rest. Now, the Fountain of Youth also has an ingredient called Matrixyl. You've got 10% arginine, which we had an exclusive on in North America for 1.5 years. We have Matrixyl. Matrixyl in April at In Cosmetics, they had all the cosmetic chemists worldwide vote for the single most important ingredient to be launched in skincare in the past 25 years. Matrixyl won that ingredient. And you can't get it in most people's products, and I don't know of anyone else that would be bringing you 10% Matrixyl. So think of the power you've got. 10% matrixyl, 10% argireline, and 20% additional peptides, plus niacin, plus hyaluronic acid.
You know, and I was saying to Linda, I mean, these two products, because again, we have doubled. We've doubled the size that we normally do. One of these from Linda, if you order directly from Elysee, is $65, and we double that. So, you know, alone, you think of the fact that you're getting $130 worth of Fountain of Youth if you were ordering from Linda. That's just for the one product, and then you top off with double the size of the Pignogenol. When we did these two before in double the size as a celebration price, it was $59.95, and we sold somewhere, I think, around, whatever, we sold out of it, I think it was around $14,000, and we sold out. We couldn't get any more at just those two. Well, now, included, you get a $58 cream. Included, you get a $53 cream. So, I mean, the today's special value is absolutely positively unheard of. I mean, here at HSN, it's $170, almost $170, $168 and change. From Linda, it's over $400. You're getting your year's subscription to Allure magazine included along with this, and you get it all home for under $20. And the best part is, you try it. Unconditional money-back guarantee for 30 days. If you don't see those results, take your own before and after. If you don't see those results, you send it back. But we can tell you, because we've seen these all individually be customer picks on hsn.com. These are the top sellers of the line. And today we're doing something we've never done with Linda too on a Today's Special. You can do these on auto ship, so you can lock in that price.
I'm blown away. You know, I've been traveling a whole lot, and when I got back into the office this past week, this kit was more money, and I still thought that it was, I couldn't understand exactly how we were able to do it. HSN worked with us because it is our 14th anniversary. And then on Thursday of this week, or Wednesday of this past week, they came down even further. So this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to have what I truly believe are game-changing ingredients to transform your skin to look younger than you could have ever imagined. We have sold over 3 million of each of these products worldwide. In the smaller sizes, they're customer picks worldwide. They're used by celebrities. They love them. For example, Pat Boone, there's some of his favorite, and his comment was, "Thank you for helping me perpetuate my fake age." You also have the whole group of reporters that have come back, and there's one reporter, and she is so in love with this particular group of products that she said she would give up being a reporter and just sell Elysee. Francesco Bellato is a lifestyle expert in New York. He's featured these products on his shows because of making such a big difference in your life and the way you look. We want to look our most youthful. So you're getting a price that I cannot believe. A competitor's product for just this small size would be over $200, and it's a diluted product. You have argireline and matrixyl are your second and third ingredients at 10% each. You won't find that in anybody else's products on the market. And that's what you need to have. That's why the head of one of the largest cosmetic supply companies in the world came to me and said, "Linda, congratulations. You have the best products in the world. My wife will only use your brand because they are ingredients that will deliver results." Now let's go to CollaBoost.
Okay, and speaking of people who use these two, in a moment, we'll let everybody hear from Katie Wagner, but we're going to go through the products first,
okay,
and talk about them, and then we'll let you hear from, you know, celebrities who use Linda's line. And again,
have since 1940.
Exactly.
Those glamour girls of 1940, we have letters from them. I obviously can't get a release to tell you who they are, but if you think of the real glamour girls of the 40s, they were on Elysee, and they didn't have this technology. Then you've got CollaBoost, and CollaBoost won the Neodermal. We were the first to have it in America because I was on one of 10 people on the international expert panel picking it. It works on collagen and elastin at the same time in a way that no other ingredient does. And let's look at the difference. Look at these before and afters.
Absolutely.
Look at this.
Absolutely.
I mean, they are so amazing. It works on the elastin, and your elastin can give your age away even if you've got your collagen working, because you get that saggy. Look at this before. Look at the after. It's like you have a whole uplifted look to the skin, firmer, toned, more youthful looking appearance. Then you have an ingredient that mimics the jellyfish, sort of to wake up your senescent cells, and that's your old cells, so they look younger. And look at the radiance. That's coming from plant stem cells that work on radiance. And last but not least, you have the ingredient Uplevity, which again we were the first to have, and that's firming, toning, and lifting.
Wait, look at this. Just the okay, look at the bottom of her jaw. You see how in that before, like it's almost like ruffled, kind of like draperies that are hanging. Look at the after. Look at the difference in the contours of how it's almost like a support system. And then you look at the cheek in the before. That looks deflated, like a balloon that's lost its air. Look at it in the after.
It really is exciting. I love looking at these pictures because it reaffirms to me that we are doing what we set out to do. And our family is 100% dedicated to making a difference. We had someone that wanted to buy the product, the company recently, and I said to the family, because we'd been working long hours to get this TS ready. And my grandson said, we are not for sale. He said they would raise the prices and dilute the products, and we have a rich heritage, and that is not who we are.
Good
and we are not for sale.
You've taught him well.
Well, he really has the history of what we stand for.
I know, because he's been there in the company, working in the office with you since he's 5.
Well, yes, he's been there since he was born. We had a babysitter. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, he's been very involved in everything. And so has my granddaughter. They have grown up. We're now 4 generations in my family, plus the founder of Elyse.
Wow.
And I knew the founder from the time I was 5 years old, so that was 70 years ago. So, you know, think of the power that you're giving your skin. And Neodermal, which is the award winner in here, won not only at In Cosmetics, where I voted for it, but it also won with 1,500 doctors in Germany, and then it also took the award in Asia. And because nothing in the market was doing what this product would do. And then you have, last but not least, your holy grail of anti-aging. Anyone not using this technology is not giving their skin its best chance to look younger. It's your telomere technology, and those are your time clocks in every cell of your body. It's a youth recruit to help you look younger. Let's just quickly glance over, and we'll look at some befores and afters, but let's glance at Norma's skin. Norma hasn't been with us quite as long, and unfortunately we don't have her mic. But Norma is not a small child anymore. She's getting up there in years. She's past her 40s and her 50s. Do I dare say that, Norma? And look at her neck, and look at her before and after. And her skin has improved. Norma, has your skin improved since you've been with Elysee? You can nod. And you've seen a big difference, and have other people seen a big difference? Doesn't her skin look great? Gorgeous. And look at her neck. Her neck was not one of her better parts when she started to look at it today.
I mean, I'm looking at her from a profile angle. Her neck is gorgeous. Tight, beautiful neck and jawline. And then look at her face. You know, that's the great thing. I mean, you look at Linda, she's 74 years young. And this is what 74 years young can look like when you're using the products that can really make a difference. The problem is, a lot of us, for this same technology in lesser amounts, we can't afford to do hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. You don't have to.
No.
You don't have to, because Linda is cutting out that, you know, younger person who's doing those multi-million-dollar campaigns in advertising. She's cutting out the fancy department store with the chandeliers and the marble floors. She's bringing it directly to us here at HSN. That is the only way that we can bring you these levels in the ingredients at these kind of prices.
Well, and there's really one other thing. We manufacture everything ourselves. It's all made in America. When you look at the back of Eddie's Elysee product, it doesn't say manufactured for. It doesn't say distributed by. We are bringing these prices to HSN at the price that most people, if it's manufactured for, they would sell it to them, and then they put their name on it, and then they have to mark it up to get their margins. We're coming directly to HSN with that small margin. So that's why we can bring these prices. And with this particular kit and putting it on auto ship, I'm not sure we even have that much of a margin.
Right.
Because we really want to see a difference. And it's our way of saying, thank you, thank you, thank you for loving Elysee and for really making sure that Elysee was here for 14 years. Because if you didn't love the products, we wouldn't be here for 14 years. We wouldn't be around for 92.
Exactly. Okay, we're going to take you through. We've talked about the Pignoginal. We've talked about the Fountain of Youth. And you know what? Let's give some information one more time on these two just really quickly. And then we were talking about the fact that there are people in the world who can have anything they want, and in particular celebrities. There are so many celebrities that we could name, but we can't because the signed releases aren't here, but that we could name that use this particular product. In a moment, we'll let you hear from one of them. But the telomere technology, This has been so highly touted. It is relatively new, so most of us, until Elyse, had never heard of it, but it's like the time clock of our skin, of the cells of our skin, right?
Absolutely. You have your DNA, your chromosome, and at the very end you have your little hardened telomere, very much like your shoelace. And every time it replicates, it shortens. Do you want your skin to look firm and toned like this, or do you want it to look like this? I mean, it's amazing what happens. Now, we're going to show you a picture, and this, look at the difference. Look at the skin tone,
wow,
and look at the texture.
Wow.
Look what can happen. Now, telomere technology won the Nobel Prize in Medicine at Johns Hopkins in 2009, and it's considered the holy grail of anti-aging, and in fact, in many circles, it's considered more important in the whole process of anti-aging than the discovery of penicillin. And so if you're not using this, would you go back to the old phone that you had to dial and was hanging on the wall? I don't think we would.
No.
We'd be lost without our cell phones. They drive us crazy at times, but we'd be lost without them. So why wouldn't you give your skin its best opportunity to look younger? Look at this before and look at this after. I mean, it is absolutely amazing and remarkable what can happen when you use a youth recruit for your skin. Because as I had said earlier, I had my telomeres measured before we launched. My skin did well. It came in 10 to 15 years younger. I had them done 2 years ago, and they came in 20 to 25 years younger.
Wow.
So that to me is major, major proof that yes, we can turn back the hands of time. Now we're going to look at this animation, and you can see what the power of this product is. Because here again, you've got your DNA, your chromosome, at the very end is your telomere. When that shortens and drops off, it can no longer replicate and send the proper messages to your DNA so that you can look young. So what's going to happen when they start to go? And you also have this ingredient, the resurrection plant. That plant can be totally dead 52 times. You put it into water and it rehydrates. Plus, Elysee has its own special hydrating water that continues to circulate. You're working on optimizing your sirtuins, which are lengthening the stem cells, and also your telomeres, which are the time clock of every cell of your body. And so what happens as you start using them and your skin starts to look younger? You're going to see a major difference in lip lines. You're going to see those terrible crow's feet diminish in their appearance. You're going to see the nasolabial lines improve in their appearance. And what happens is you're optimizing the longevity of your skin so you can look younger longer. And where else have you heard that kind of technology? Google telomere technology, and you'll be absolutely blown away by the results that you can get. I think that it is some of the most exciting breakthroughs in the history of mankind. And we're bringing this to you at a price that is really a steal. You could spend thousands of dollars for a diluted product with the same ingredient we have in this product. Instead of being the second, it would be clear down like a number 11, and you're spending thousands of dollars for it. So do you want to really get results and use products that can deliver those results at great prices? Then you should jump on the bandwagon and get this, because this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Okay, and I want to remind you, too, we can do this on auto ship right now. We do have this available on auto ship. As the day goes forward, auto ship is going to be the first to go, because so many of you swear by Elysee, and so you want to lock in this value. Even here at HSN, when we've had specials on double the sizes of your Fountain of Youth and Pycnogenol, they've been this price for just those two products, because one of them from Linda, just half of the size of the Fountain of Youth you're getting today, is $65. For this one, you're getting double that size, and you're getting double the Pycnogenol. You get your firming day cream, you get your telomere technology in your night cream, and all of it for under $20. Plus, you're getting Allure magazine, 12 issues of a magazine that so many of us go to, and at the newsstand we pay, you know, over $4 for a single issue. You're getting 12 here in your bonus as you're ordering the today's special today. But you know, we were talking about the fan base for Elysee is so huge. People love this because they've seen results. In fact, celebrities, and we could tell you countless celebrity names who love this, they can have anything that they want, but they go to Elysee because, let's face it, their face is their moneymaker. They want to keep their face looking young. We're really going to let you hear from one, Katie Wagner. She's the daughter of Robert Wagner. Now, this lady is 51 years young. Take a look at her skin and listen to her story.
My name is Katie Wagner, and I've been using the Elysee products for about 15 years now. I grew up here in Hollywood, and that makes you vain. You care about how you look, and I've done a lot of television over the last 25 years. So one day, anyway, I noticed this little jar of serum on my dad's counter. So I kind of just snatched it away and started using it, and then I would be out of it, and I'd say to my dad, could you call that friend of yours, Linda, up and get me some more of that serum? And he would do it and get himself some, and we just, you know, used it, and I just kept seeing the benefits of it and wanting more and more and more of it. I'd run out again, I'd go to something else, but I always wanted to come back to the Elysee products, and I have. Here I am 15 years later.
Okay, I'm just looking at her. I'm watching with you, and I'm thinking 51 years old. And you know, they say that now. They say 50 is the new 30. Well, I guess so if you're using Elyse.
Absolutely. It really is. And these were the two products she and her dad are talking about. And RJ is now 85 years old. And you know, the thing that is amazing is when you consider that this size, we've sold over 3 million of each of these and their customer picks worldwide. And when you think there is a product that sells on the market with less than 5% of the argireline and matrixyl put together, and it would be $200 for this size. You're not getting one of those, but you're getting two of them, and you're getting concentrated levels. I mean, think of making a batch of chocolate chip cookies. You're going to put 2 cups of chocolate chips in yours, and I'm going to put a teaspoon in mine. But I'm going to put mine in a really fancy box with tissue and ribbons and make it look really great, and I'm going to sell mine for a lot of money. But who has the better chocolate chips?
Right.
You would have the better chocolate chips because you have the chocolate chip cookies. I have nothing. And you know, we were the first to talk about the importance of what goes in a product. It's not what's in it that makes the difference. It's the level of those ingredients. And when you hear people, I heard someone talking about having 36 plus anti-aging ingredients. What you have is chocolate chips in your stew. You've got to have lesser ingredients, and they have to be concentrated.
And I
now look at
love this because, you know, we hear, like, you go to a dermatologist today, you could pay double this for a vitamin C serum, but look at vitamin C compared to pycnogenol in terms of fighting antioxidants. Because antioxidants, I mean, in terms of giving you the ability to look younger. And again, vitamin C compared to pycnogenol, and we know how extensive vitamin C can be, it is like a teeny tiny fraction of a percentage compared to your pycnogenol.
Well, and when you look at it compared to grapeseed extract, and grapeseed extract is only 0.19%. So look, 98%, the next one is 0.19%. What are you getting, and what are you paying for? You're paying for marketing. You're not paying for results. Pycnogenol is the single most powerful antioxidant on the market, and since free radicals cause the major amount of aging, you want the most powerful. Then you want the most powerful in fighting the wrinkles and expression lines. These two are power-packed, and as I said, you'd be paying $125 more than that for each one of these from us.
That's the thing. These are the iconic products. This is the reason Elysee has been here for 14 years. These products, whether Linda is here or not, every single day on hsn.com, people are reordering these because they've seen the results. To say that this is 98% in terms of being that powerful antioxidant to fight free radicals is huge. That means vitamin C is not even close. Alpha lipoic acid is not even close. Even your grapeseed extract, not even close to this. So these two alone, these are what we know and love, and this is the reason Linda's been here for 14 years, and we've doubled the sizes of them. And not only have we doubled the sizes, but we're saying you can always get them in double the size on auto ship, along with that Colla Boost Firming Day Cream, along with that telomere technology to really turn back the look of the hands of time on your face in the night cream. But for under $20 today, and only today because we're celebrating the 14th anniversary, this is your chance to make that decision tonight before you go to sleep. We're all aging. You can either make the decision to do something about it or say, I give up. It is what it is. I am never giving up. I don't care if I live to be 150. I am still going to try to look the best 150 I can. And these are the tools to allow you to do that. And to be able to do it for under $20, because I realize a lot of us, I mean, me in particular, I cannot spend, there will never be a day where I will spend $600 on a cream. I've got a child, you know, I've got things to buy for him, his education in the future. I will never spend $600 on a cream. You don't have to get those ingredients that the biggest brands, the most expensive brands are using, and actually getting them in higher percentages.
Absolutely. And as I said, with Matrixyl, because of a licensing agreement, you can't get it. That's why there's Matrixyl 3000, which is a good ingredient. It's not an alternative to retinol, and it doesn't have the power of the original Matrixyl. So this is a power-packed duo. And then you've got your Colla Boost, which won all the awards, is working on a most innovative ingredient. And then your telomere technology, again, if you're not taking advantage of that, you really are not giving your skin its best chance to look younger. The more I read about telomeres, the more excited I get. There are books now coming out talking about the importance of telomere technology. They are the little ticking time bombs in your skin. And with this product, you can slow down that ticking time bomb so that you can look younger longer. And as you said, you know, I'd love to live to be 150 if I could look good and feel good. I've got to feel good, and then you want to look good. But this is the only face any of us will ever have. You can't get a new one. So if you use this, just like you take care of your teeth, you brush your teeth in the morning, you brush your teeth at night, you do this same thing. You cocktail these two together, go with the Colla Boost in the day. Cocktail the two together, go with the fountain, you spend night at night. And watch your skin look younger. It's not going to happen overnight. It takes 100 days to build collagen. But I say, give me 28 days, and I will give you younger, firmer, better looking skin.
And you know, we're talking about formulations backed by modern science.
Yes.
Anything can say it can soften your skin. This is backed by science. It's true anti-aging. That's one of the reasons I get so excited to work with Linda, because we are talking about the latest innovative ingredients in percentages that really make a difference. Hang in there if you're on board, and if you're not on board yet, I got to tell you, with over 3,200